I love debunking this myth. I'm an American citizen who has been living in New Zealand for the last 11 years, and I am now a dual citizen, and I see this come up quite a bit, and so I'm going to debunk this with math. Okay, so every country in the world has something called a GDP, or Gross Domestic Product. It is a key indicator of any country's economic health. It is the value of all goods and services that are made within a country. So first, let's look at New Zealand, shall we? Now, little New Zealand, which has only 5 million people, yes, has a gross domestic product of $252 billion in 2023. If you were to divide all of that money between all 5 million people within New Zealand, you would get what's called a per capita number. And that number roughly is $50,000 per New Zealander. US dollars. I made sure that it was US dollars that I'm using and not New Zealand dollars. For that, we get guaranteed health care for all New Zealanders, 20 free daycare hours per week for children between the ages of 3 and 5. And we also get 6 months paid maternity leave guaranteed by the government. None of those things do we get guaranteed by law in the United States. None of it. All right, now let's look at the United States by comparison. We need about $50,000 per person in order to pull that off. Well, lucky for the United States, they have a lot more per person or per capita than that. The United States gross domestic product in 2023 was $27 trillion. And if you divide that $27 trillion among the 350 million Americans, you get the magic number of $77,000 a person. So we've already established that you need $50,000 per person in order to offer guaranteed health care to citizens, 20 free daycare hours per week for kids ages 3 through 5, and 6 months paid maternity leave to any woman who has a baby. Because the United States has $77,000 per American, they are actually in the black, or they have extra $27,000 per American. So no, you can't tell me that the United States can't take care of 350 million Americans when we have better GDP per capita